Good afternoon, Mayor David Hollister.
Glad to be here.
You.
Glad to be here.
Lansing is dying to know what you eat for lunch.
Lunch with the Beagle.
I prefer the pink ones. Let me ask you this. With the 496 construction going on, do you believe that road rage is going to become more of a factor in the city of Lansing?
Potentially, particularly in the first 2 weeks. We have spent a year educating the community about the closing of 496, the timing, the rationale, the alternative routes. We went so far as to offer any employee who works in the downtown area, and that's 33,000 people, a free CATA bus pass for the 5 months.
A free bus pass?
A free bus pass. So like, I have a bus pass, and I'll show you what it looks like.
You ride CATA often?
Not often, but I'm going to. It just eliminates some of the congestion. I've got it right here someplace. There's my
Let me take a look at that.
free CATA bus pass, 33,000. So people,
Pass.
Nice pass.
Let's talk for a minute about the school bond issue. $388.5 million. Why seek a school bond, if you could explain in some detail to me? And a great degree of detail, if you could.
Schools have been neglected for over 20 years. So when it rains in our schools, they bring out 50-gallon pails and put them in the classrooms. That's not very conducive to teaching. I used to be a teacher. I can tell you if it's raining in the classroom, that's not exactly conducive to learning or capital improvement. We got these with new labs and new computers and new buildings and new this and new that. And we're the only school district that is setting a level playing field. We've got to keep up. And if we want these employers of the future to have competent workers, then we have to invest.
What would you say to somebody who's either old and has their children grown, or somebody who is young and does not yet have children, or it's just somebody that's single and has no children in school, when they ask you the question, what's in it for me, this $388.5 million tax increase?
Well, that's over 60% of the people are in that category you just described.
I know I am.
For the seniors, I am too. My kids have already gone through the schools. They went through the Lansing schools and did very well. For seniors, there's several answers. One, seniors are very much focused on the future, and they believe in their grandchildren and their grandchildren's dream, and they want these kids to be able to perform and compete in this new economy. Also, seniors, if they're making $82,000 a year or less, can get a homestead property tax rebate. There's actually a state program. So for low-income people and seniors, there's a rebate, and that's one answer. To the young couples and to the young persons like yourself, if you're investing in a home and in a neighborhood, the single most important thing in that neighborhood is the school. People love neighborhoods because of schools. And if the schools are thriving, your property taxes are going to be, or your property values, the asset that you've invested in this home will actually go up. There is nothing worse than to see neighborhoods abandoned house by house or at all. But if you close a school or if you've got inadequate schools, people leave, they go out to the suburbs, and look what's happening. We were losing, for the last couple of years, we were losing over 1,000 kids a year to the suburban schools, charter schools, private schools, and homeschooling. We have a big homeschooling component in Lansing.
I'm going to all of these schools that are in pink that have had their bond proposals passed in the last 10 years.
And if you look at them, almost all of them have new schools, new middle schools and new high schools.
Thank you, Mayor Hollister, for taking some time out to have lunch with the Beagle with On the Spot. Thank you for the snowballs that you traded, and I hope you enjoy your Scooby snacks.
I sure will.
And hopefully we can have lunch again soon.
Anytime.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.